Hello, here we are with an unboxing of the Sony Xperia S, the first device from Sony. No longer is it Sony Ericsson, and this is the black version of the LT26i with quad band GSM and 3G. So this is the official packaging. We can see that it's Android. It's actually Android version 2.3, but it is Android 4 upgradable. We'll see that in Q2 2012. So part of the NXT series of phones, and on the back of the packaging here we can see that it's PlayStation certified, Bravia engine technology, 3D sweep panorama, XLoud, DLNA, HDMI, XMOR, 12 megapixel camera, 1080p video recording, a 4.3 inch screen, and it's got a dual core 1.5 gigahertz processor. So we've got a nice thin box. Let's take a look at what we get inside here. So this is the UK variant, and here we have the internal packaging. So if we open it up, we've got several parts. So first of all, we've got a set of in-ear headphones with a 3.5mm headphone jack, and there's also a set of replacement earbuds in there as well. We then have supplied a micro HDMI to HDMI cable, so that's for taking video or media out from the device. It has a micro HDMI port, and you can connect this to a larger HD display. We then have a 3-pin UK mains adapter with USB port, into which we can connect the supplied USB cable. So we've got a USB connection on one end and a micro USB connection on the other. Connect that into the charger, connect the other end into the phone, and you can charge the device, or alternatively use this cable on its own to connect it to a computer for charging or syncing data. We then have the phone itself. So this is the black one. We'll come back to that in a moment. We also have included a screen protector with screen cleaning cloth and applicator card. There is actually one applied to the device already, so you get a total of 2 screen protectors in the box. And then finally we've got the documentation. So we can see that this is still a bit of a crossover. We've got some Sony Ericsson documentation in here as well, but it is for the LT26i, or the Xperia S as it's otherwise known. So that's what you get in the box. Let's take a quick look at the device itself. So on the front of the device here we have the 4.3 inch touchscreen display with a resolution of 1280 by 720. It's a shatterproof and scratch resistant screen. It's got some glass on the front there to ensure that it'll live up to the rigours of everyday life. Down here we've got this clear sort of panel running through the device. So you've got the back, home and menu key. These are touch sensitive, and you've also got little tiny dots on the screen where you can also press on the screen for that. In here is housed the antenna for phone signal. We've got the Xperia branding down here on the bottom panel there. We've then got an array of sensors. We've got the Sony branding up at the top, and then we've got the front facing video camera there. On the bottom we've got looks like a microphone and speaker. On the side it's flush, with the exception here of a cover over the micro USB port. So let's remove that, and there we go. There's the micro USB port for data and charging. So you do have to remove this cover each time you want to connect a cable into the device. It's going to be a little bit frustrating for some users. On the top of the device we've got the power button and the 3.5mm headphone jack. And then on the other side we've got the HDMI connection here with a removable cover again. So you connect the supplied HDMI cable to that and you can take video out to a larger display. We've got an up and down volume rocker key, and then we've got a dedicated camera key as well. On the back we've then got the whopping 12 megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash. We've got microphones here. It's completely smooth on the back and there is a curvature to the back cover, and then we've got the sort of Sony mobile or Sony Ericsson sort of looking logo there on the back. We can slide off the back cover, and under here we then have the micro SIM card slot. The battery and everything is internal to this device, so we cannot access it, we cannot replace it, and the memory also is fixed. There is no removable memory or micro SD card slot on this device. Okay, so let's get this device booted up, and as it's booting up we'll run through some of the specifications. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, that's all on here as standard. The battery, although it's internal, is 1750 milliamp hours in capacity. There's 32 gig of fixed internal storage on here, but you can expand that through the cloud, through the likes of Box and Dropbox. And with Sony you can actually get 50 gig of cloud storage with Box, which is excellent. You're going to get a battery life of around about 7.5 hours in terms of call time on GSM, or 8.5 on 3G, and a standby time of about 450 hours on GSM and 420 on 3G. Weighs in at 144 grams, so it's not the lightest device, but it's by no means the heaviest device here. So let's just quickly go through the setup process. So skip that through there. It wanted us to put in a SIM card, which we haven't done. It's micro SIM on this device. And let's take a quick look at the software. So you get the customizable home screens as you'd come to expect. Now this is running Android version 2.3, but it will be upgraded to Ice Cream Sandwich very soon. So we can see here we've got the LT26i running version 2.3.7 of Android. Whilst we're in the settings, let's take a look at the language options that we have on this device. So we've got English, Danish, Dutch, various dialects of English, Spanish, French, Italian, Polish, Portuguese, Russian. So there's quite a few different languages. We'll cover that in more detail in another video. We've got the ability to change the writing languages. Now you can see here we've got Arabic, we've got Croatian, Dutch, English. So if I select a few of these, and if we come out of here, so this is the writing language on the actual keyboard. So if I was to write a message, we can see that the keyboard is in English here, but because we've selected various writing languages in the settings, we can actually flick through different languages on the keyboard here to write in your preferred language. So we've got English, Finnish and Arabic there. So that's very useful for a lot of people and makes this good for business people, or if you travel internationally or do speak or write in several languages. So if we go back to the home screen, we've got the phone dialer there, which is fairly standard. Of course your contacts and everything would sync with Google. So we've got the menu system and a lot of familiar applications in here, from Alarm to Facebook to Sony's Music Unlimited and Video Unlimited. We've got Google Navigation and Maps. Now, because this is PlayStation certified, we've got links here to the PlayStation Store. So we'll just come out at that moment. We'll look at that in another video. We've actually got applications such as Astro pre-installed on the device, which is quite nice to see. We've got a media remote here, so for controlling your device or controlling other equipment with the mobile device. We've got a clock here with your alarm and stopwatch and a timer. Quite interesting and useful little additions. So let's take a look at the camera. So we've got the 3D camera here. Now, we've seen this technology on previous Sony Ericsson devices. We've got the 3D sweep panorama, and we can select different things here. So we've got the 3D effect, so that is when it gives an extra dimension to the image, or we've just got a standard sweep. So what we do is we go around like this with the camera, and we can just go to sort of standard scene recognition for the camera here. We can switch between static images and video. So in the video here, let's look at some of the settings that we have. So we can choose the video size. So we've got full HD, 720, VJ or multimedia. We can choose whether we have the video light on. We've got a self timer, a focus mode, exposure value, image stabilizer, and then we've got microphone and shutter sounds. So quite a lot of flexibility and options within the video camera, and then we've got similar options within the dedicated camera app here. So we can change the resolution, so we can have full 12 megapixel resolution, 9 megapixel or 2 megapixel depending on the format. We got the ability to geotag, shutter sounds, quick launch as well. So that's the camera. And then we've got tags on here. So this device has got NFC built in. Let's just close that. And what this allows you to do with a separate accessory, the Xperia Smart Tags, you can pre-program a tag and just scan your phone past it, and it will tell the Xperia what to do. So for example, if you scanned it past, it might tell it to open an application, set an alarm. Oh, there's many things that you can actually set this device to do. So I'm just going to go into the wireless and switch on that so we can look at the web browser. Okay, so we've now got Wi-Fi switched on. We're just going to go into the web browser and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go into landscape mode here. And load up the Clove website. So it's gone to the mobile view that we have. Let's go to the full desktop site. So it renders quite nicely on the screen here. We can double tap in and out to the web page. We can orientate into portrait or landscape mode, and we can pinch and zoom like so around the device. So that is a quick unboxing of the Sony Xperia S, available from clove.co.uk. Be sure to check out our blog and our YouTube channel for more videos.